Fires, latrines, and the tide as well. How could I forget such a...
There he is, Axe. Just like I said.
Good job. I'll take care of him.
Think you're going somewhere, pretty boy?
I see that the cutthroat business continues to flourish.
You're not just talking to any old bandits here. We're called the Reapers. Now, Lord Sarwyck will come with us quietly. I can be very unpleasant when there's too much noise.
Why go to the trouble? If it's my money you want, I have only a few coins on my person. Take them and leave me be. No one has to get hurt, do they?
Are your few coins worth more than 100 gold dragons?
What do you mean?
A man disappeared. A man named Garwin Sarwyck. You know what I'm talking about, I presume? That man has a lot of people looking for him. People who are ready to lay down some gold.
Who would put a bounty of 100 gold dragons on my brother's head? That's madness!
'Twas the Watch, pretty boy, and none other. Your brother is accused of killing Lord Sarwyck of Riverspring. A damn kinslayer.
I still fail to understand the link between the reward for my brother and me. No one has put a bounty on my head as far as I know.
Perhaps. But you must know where he is. If you don't want to tell us, we'll spread the word that we beat you to a pulp. So your brother will show his face, and then we'll have him.
Perhaps under other circumstances it would have been a good plan. But you shouldn't stake too much on it.
And why is that?
I came to King's Landing to find my murdering brother and to wreak our family's vengeance upon him. Do you truly believe he would come out of hiding to help me? I highly doubt it.
Shit.
Wait, Axe, you're not going to let him get away like that. I'm the one who led him to you. What about my share?
Shut it, you old bag of bones. You've caught us a lean hare here. He won't give us a thing. Luck is with you today, pretty boy. We'll let you continue on your way.
I only asked for a groat, my lord.
The Sarwyck residence is not far from here.
It's the men of the Watch.
They've come to get Sarwyck. One with a price on his head.
Death to the Kinslayer!
Hold him!
We only found the servants, Lord Wex.
Do you jest? There was no one else?
No, my lord.
Gowan is not here, Sir Velar.
Velar.
I'm searching for your master, Garwin Sarwyck. You won't save him, but you can still save yourself. Tell me where he is.
We don't know where he is. He's not been hit for months.
Take him to the Red Keep.
No, I haven't done anything. I know nothing. Let me go!
Lambert, no! Leave him be, please, sir! My lord, mercy. My husband is a good man and loyal to the crown. He knows nothing.
Jenna! Jenna! No! Why by the seven?
Oh, awful! Sir, the crowd is restless.
Let them be restless. Wex, have this residence watched. I'll let you know if I manage to drag anything out of his lackey.
Valar.
Alester. So, the rumors of your return were true. That red priest arriving in the middle of the ceremony like a ghost from the past. That was you. Did you return to go to your brother's execution?
Gawain was arrested?
Not yet, but it shouldn't be too long. I will personally make sure of it.
Do you really need to massacre our servants to find our brother?
Oh, so now we're brothers, are we? Yet when we were children, that was out of the question. I was just a bastard in your eyes. Now I serve the Queen, and I have orders to stop your kinslayer of a brother.
What is certain is that Gawain's people had nothing to do with the death of our father, Valar.
How can you be so sure? Don't worry, though. I'll make them talk. And it's Sir Valar now. Lord Tywin Lannister himself knighted me.
I am not surprised. The powerful enjoy surrounding themselves with rabid dogs.
I only do what is asked of me, and I'm rewarded in kind. A Lannister always pays his debts.
Yes, but at what price? So, tell me, how is it that the Crown personally gave you this task?
This task is normally for the Watch, but the Queen personally requested that one of her trusted men settle this matter. After all you made me endure when we were young. Rest assured that it is a pleasure to have been given this task. Moreover, Gawain could have gotten in my way as the legitimate heir. But once he's lost his head, I doubt he'll bother me again.
Don't count on it, Valar. I have returned, and I intend to keep you from perpetrating your crimes.
Whatever claims and duties you had towards the Sarwyck family, you turned your back on them long ago. River Spring will soon be mine, and no one will stop me.
I was not in exile, Valar. I left of my own free will, and I am free to return whenever I see fit. I am the legitimate son of Lord Sarwyck.
You were the heir, but you abandoned your inheritance 15 years ago.
Trust me, Valar. It was better for you that I left. Whatever happens, I shall be the Lord of River Spring.
And yet, you cannot ignore that I am betrothed to your sister, Lyanna. By all the laws of the realm, River Spring will go to me when we are wed, and there is nothing you can do about that. As you can see, the interests of the Sarwicks will soon be my own, dear big brother. It was time someone took care of them.
I heard of this charade. Don't delude yourself too much, Valar. I shall put a stop to it.
This alliance was decided by the Crown itself, and Lyanna fully consented. You see, it's all been taken care of. Like for Gawain, who will be found and judged for his crime. It is the royal will, Alester. It would not be prudent to oppose it.
The Crown will first hear what I have to say. I will go and request an audience, and we shall see about my brother and this marriage. You're going after Gawain. You plan on marrying Lyanna. From one day to the next, you go from a bastard without a lineage to being an heir to River Spring. Don't try to convince me that you're content to go along with the royal will. This isn't going to lead me anywhere. Once my rights have been re-established, I will once again be Lord Sarwyck. And I will find my brother.
Don't count on it. I'm in charge of the matter. The Sarwyck Manse will remain sealed until further notice. The City Watch will keep an eye on it, so stay away from this house. Do not get in my way, Alester. I'm warning you.
Trust me, we will meet again.
Where do you think you're going? Access to this house is forbidden.
Calm down, soldier. This is my family home. I have every right to enter here.
My orders are strict. No one can enter this house. Now go on your way. Where do you think you're going? Access to this house is forbidden.
Calm down, so...
My orders are strict.
I only asked for a groat.
Tell me, I saw you in the hands of the Gold Cloaks earlier. You are a servant of Gawain, are you not?
Leave me be. I've done nothing wrong. I'm no one. I know nothing.
My brother, Gawain Sarwyck, should be here. Tell me what happened to him.
Oh, in the Father's name, poor me, Master Gawain's brother. 1,000 pardons, my lord. I didn't know. My name is Hub, your brother's groom. With all due respect, he did not discuss family often. If truth be told, he never mentioned having a brother.
How could it be otherwise? Gawain was not but a child when I left Riverspring.
How so?
I won't dally on this matter any longer, groom, but note that I am here to help. Please, tell me what happened.
The City Watch entered the home by force and demanded to speak with the Master, but they did not find him. It had been a long time since we'd seen him here anyway. He sometimes sent us instructions. We received a letter not long ago. The steward Lambert kept it. He knew how to read, he did. That's actually why they took him away. He knew a bit more than the others. The mother take pity on him.
I have to go and look inside. The men of the watch guard the entrance. Do you know another way in?
Perhaps. The service trapdoor leading to the cellar behind the house. Would that do?
Are the men of the city watch not watching it?
I have no idea. But it's Gawain they were interested in, not the house itself.
Let us go. Show me the way.
I beg you, no! After what they did to Yana, my lord, I would prefer not to take any risks.
How about these stags? Would they give you some courage? All I want is for you to show me the trapdoor. Do we have a deal?
Very well. But let us pick up the pace. I've no desire to remain here. Watch out, my lord. Here we are. Do you see the trapdoor over there? It leads into the cellar. Practical and discreet. I've used it many a time coming home from the tavern.
And not a guard in sight. Perfect. I'll take it over from here.
May the Seven be with you, Lord.
No, this door opens onto the square. Not exactly a discreet exit. Our manse was ransacked. The City Watch really had a field day. I see. It would appear that my little brother developed an infatuation for one of...
Unbelievable. We have guards at every entry point, but there's always a rat who manages to crawl in. Come on, men. There's vermin to get rid of here.
No, this door opens onto the square. Not exactly a discreet exit.
Alester Sarwyck, one of Chataya's old lovers.
Now here's a visitor who brings back pleasant memories. Is that really you, Sir Alester?
It has been a long time, Shataya.
It has been years since you honored us with your presence. It's been so long, I thought you'd lost interest in houses of pleasure.
You weren't wrong about that. My eyes have been opened to the light of R'hllor, and I took up the red robes of priesthood.
The gods gave us voices with which to sing their praises, hands to build their temples, and desire to honor them through our lovemaking.
You haven't changed, Shataya, but I have.
Excellent. If there's anything I can do to lighten your worries, it would be my pleasure. Just ask.
I'm looking for a certain Falena. Is she one of the girls in this house?
Falena is one of my most enchanting girls, and she is well educated. She will be just impertinent enough to please you, my dear. I'm surprised that you know her.
I learned that she was, rather close to my brother.
Of course. I should have known. Gawain very much enjoyed Falena's attentions. Would you care to spend some time in her pleasant company?
It would be a pleasure.
Do go upstairs. Her room is at the end of the corridor on the left. She has been rather sad as of late. Perhaps you will succeed in comforting her.
I'll see what I can do.
I know it.
Many pardons, my lord, but are you not Sir Alester Sarwyck? I heard tell that you had returned to the Seven Kingdoms.
Indeed. You appear to know much about me. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
I realize that my impromptu intervention might have startled you, my lord, but pray, do not take umbrage. The return of a war hero could not help but attract my attention, particularly when his return proves to be so ostentatious.
I won no honors in the war, just scars. But you have yet to introduce yourself.
Your modesty does you honor, my lord. You forged quite a name for yourself fighting for King Robert in his rebellion. Excuse my rudeness. I've not yet told you my name. I am Lord Varys, and I hope you will count me as a friend. We never crossed paths 15 years ago, but perhaps you have heard of me?
Lord Varys, pardon me, but you scarcely look like a lord dressed thus. Besides, your name does not sound familiar.
One in my position is often gratified to go unrecognized. The disguise you see before you has been of great help to me. At the time of Robert Baratheon's rebellion, I was Master of Whispers to King Aerys Targaryen. It was my duty to keep an eye on the rising leaders within the rebel faction. That is how you attracted my attention.
Indeed. I remember now. We rebels called you the Spider. Some of our lords were wary of you. You made some enemies along the way.
Alas, the people of the Seven Kingdoms have little affection for eunuchs. All of those noble knights and grand lords are loath to risk their reputations with informers and spies. But in the Game of Thrones, information is power. Those who most despise us are often the first to benefit from our whispers.
You, who were loyal to House Targaryen. I had thought that you would have fallen with King Aerys.
My loyalty is to the crown, Sir Alester, not to he who wears it. The moment that Robert Baratheon sat upon the Iron Throne, my duty was to assist him.
And he agreed to it. I hadn't thought that King Robert was a great friend to eunuchs and spiders.
Oh, he is not, my lord, as the gods are my witness. But it is in his nature to pardon defeated enemies who pay him homage, and that is to his great credit. Thus I kept my role as Master of Whispers, as well as my seat on the King's Council.
You must be a very busy man then, Lord Varys. I imagine that it is not coincidence that brings you to speak with me.
You are correct, my lord. I wanted to discuss the Baratheon rebellion.
Pardon me, Lord Varys, but I am very busy right now. Might we perhaps speak of that time when we next meet?
That suits me, my lord. Until then, farewell.
You are Felena, if I'm not mistaken. Shataya said that I might find you here.
You are not mistaken, my lord. How might I please you?
A one-on-one will be enough to satisfy me. Preferably far from prying ears.
My lord needs only close the door. At Shataya's, the walls are thick and the beds are deep.
Slow down. I just want to speak with you.
Oh, in that case, it will be done according to my lord's pleasure.
I am Alester, of House Sarwyck. I imagine that means something to you.
Sarwyck? By the maiden, you are from Gawain's family, are you not? Did he send you? How is he? When will he return?
By R'hllor's flame. Why are you so concerned with my brother's fate?
My lord, I know the realities of my profession. Shataya treats us well, but in a few years I will be too old to draw men's eyes. And what awaits me then? Begging or walking the docks? I wish for Lord Gawain to take me into his service. Not to marry him. I'm not that naive. But he has always been attentive and charming. He will make a good master. He and I have talked about this.
I understand your worries, but all of this does not tell me where he is. You recently sent him a love letter. You seem to be aware of his movements.
Yes, my lord. Lord Gawain told me he was going to Riverspring in order to visit his father. Lambert, his servant, would send me news. He told me that Lord Gawain planned to return to King's Landing shortly. So that he wouldn't forget to pay me a visit, I sent him a message.
He came here?
Yes, but my message was for naught. He came directly here soon after his arrival in town. He found out that the City Watch was looking for him. It was I who washed the dust of travel from him. He did not even go to his home first.
At least he made it to King's Landing. I was beginning to wonder if he had disappeared along the way. Did he tell you what he planned to do next?
He was very nervous. He hardly spoke to me that night. I tried to ask him questions about the patricide rumors, but they only made him angry. The last thing he said was that he would go to the Red Keep, that the Crown would hear what he had to say, and that he had more than one card to play. He left at the first light of dawn. I have had no news since, and the Gold Cloaks continue to search for him. Something must have gone wrong. What do you plan to do, my lord? The City Watchers searched for him in vain for days. Even Lord Varys does not know his whereabouts, and Lord Varys knows all.
If my brother went to the Red Keep, then that is where I must go. Someone must have seen him and will help me locate him.
Wait. This cloak belongs to Lord Gawain. He forgot it. Take it, please.
It cannot hurt, indeed. Thank you, young lady.
I pray to the maiden to help you in your search. Find Gawain, my lord. Bring him back safe and sound.
I would need more than the help of an imaginary goddess. But I appreciate the intention, as I'm sure my brother does as well. Farewell, Felena.
There, that's him. Halt there! In the name of the Crown, I arrest you.
What is it I stand accused of, officer?
You are accused of murder. Guards from the City Watch were killed in your home just today.
I returned home, and your men attacked me for no reason. I didn't wish to fight, but your men wouldn't hear reason.
Follow us peaceably, and we'll clear things up in the Red Keep. The King's justice concerns everyone, my lord, even people of your standing. Give yourself up.
What will become of him?
He will be stripped of his weapons and brought to the dungeons of the Red Keep. If he's found guilty, tradition allows him to choose his own punishment. He will either be sent to the wall to take the black, or be beheaded.
Now that's an amusing notion.
And if you should be foolish enough to resist, my men are just outside, and they would eagerly welcome a chance to avenge their brothers in arms. A simple gesture from me, and this brothel will be left in ruins.
Sir Alester, I pray, none of that here. Think of my girls.
Very well, officer. I'll follow you. Courage, Alester. Courage. A few days spent in the dungeons of the Red Keep won't be the death of me. They're bound to send me someone to speak with.
Hello, Lord Sarwyck.
Lord Varys?
It is too bad these surroundings are not as pleasant as our last encounter. How has your stay been?
Long. I had expected a quick trial when the men of the City Watch came to arrest me. I was mistaken. You are the first person to come and visit me. Why are you here? Usually my only visitors are rats.
You see, the fact that you don't seem to care about yourself rather pleases me. Your escape will go unnoticed for quite some time.
My escape? Has someone decided to help me out of here?
I am here to serve you, my Lord Sarwyck.
What could you possibly gain from that?
The balance of the Seven Kingdoms is delicate, and I predict more upheaval to come. It is clear that you have a role in what is to come.
Thank you for your concern, but I refuse to leave these cells as a fugitive. I prefer to await my trial and defend my name before the crown.
You are quite the optimist.
I am sorry if I've ruined your plans. I intend to meet with the Queen. I must take back Riverspring and keep that traitor Valar from getting his hands on it. To do that, my name must be cleared. Otherwise, how can I plead my case before the Queen?
Cleared? You've killed Goldcloaks, my friend.
Who has accused me? One of Valar's soldiers? Then it will be my word against his.
I see. It may not go as smoothly as you imagine. Believe me when I tell you that it will be several more weeks before your trial. In the meantime, Savala will have wed your sister.
What do you suggest, Lord Varys?
I can get you an audience with the Queen. Today, if you wish it.
I doubt that a fugitive would be allowed to approach her, much less speak to her.
You only knew Cersei Lannister as a naive young princess, dear man. Since her marriage, she has become a strong-willed queen with a burning ambition, well-versed in intrigue. She has been filling the court with her creatures for years now.
So?
Thus, the virtue she prizes above all else is loyalty, which she rewards generously. That is how Savala moved up in court, and therein, paradoxically, lies your opportunity. Swear blind allegiance to the Queen, become her devoted servant, and she will give you what you desire.
And you believe that Valar will just sit there and allow me to thwart his ambitions?
Oh, I doubt that very much. It is quite likely that he will strike back at you eventually, but in front of the Queen, he won't dare to use force. Of course, he will try to remind her of her commitments, but she has never been capable of the same loyalty that she demands of her men. Impress her, make yourself more desirable than your rival, and you will win.
You're right. It could very well work. You give good advice when it's in your best interests, Lord Varys. How do you plan on getting me out of here?
As you may imagine, I have no desire to be seen in the company of a fugitive when I go back up. You'll have to manage on your own. Here is the key to your cell. Once I've left, you will leave and head towards the guard room. You will find the guard asleep at his post. I'll wager that he was served a particularly strong glass of wine.
Very well. And the others? Surely the king's prisons are not guarded by just one drunk man.
Don't worry. In the very depths of the Red Keep, there are paths known only to ghosts and spiders.
Are you saying that the throne room can be accessed through secret passages without being seen by anyone?
Indeed. When the Red Keep was built, King Maegor the Cruel made certain that the fortress walls were all connected by a vast network of secret passages. These passages allowed his spies to see and hear everything that occurred in every room in the keep. It is said that Maegor had every man who worked on its construction executed in order to keep the passages secret.
Apparently that was not enough.
Indeed. But don't forget, Lord Sarwyck, it is my duty to stay informed. I am the only one who knows all of its entrances and the full extent of its meanderings.
I see. Then tell me how to access the throne room.
Pass by the row of cells across from yours. Look for the one with the flagstone on the floor bearing the sigil of the Targaryen dragon. It is a passage towards the tunnels. Past that point, be on your guard.
Very well. But do not expect my gratitude. I'm sure that helping me serves your plans.
I will await you at the end of the passage to give you access to the throne room, where you will meet the Queen. Good luck, Lord Alester, and I will see you soon.
By the flame! It's our quartermaster. So he's the one I heard yelling. May R'hllor welcome him to his light. Wine's too strong, eh? Obviously Varys truly knows how to live. There, the dragon. The passage that Varys told me about must be hidden in that cell. R'hllor, guide me. You who see all, reveal to me what is hidden in the dark.
jest? Did you really think he could come through here? There he is, that bastard! I'm getting out of here. Thank you, my lord. One might say that you arrived just in time.
You? Who are you? What are you doing in these tunnels?
Lord Varys sent me. He was worried that you wouldn't find your way alone.
Well, how very considerate of him. I was beginning to think that he'd sent me here to get lost.
I was also to warn you that the gold cloaks seek you, but those brutes found me first.
I saw that. Enough talk, child. You know the way out of here? Then show me.
Of course, my lord. Follow me. For fuck's sake, it's still closed. Go back into the guards room, would you, my lord? There must be a winch next to the arrow slit.
There's a door over here. If only I could find the mechanism.
Let me see.
We're arriving. This is where I leave you, my lord. I'm not permitted to show myself on the occupied floors of the Red Keep.
Why? Do you also have problems with the law?
No, but Lord Varys doesn't want the court to know too much about his little birds. He's quite insistent on that. Go up one more floor. On your right, you'll see a passage leading to the entrance to the dungeons. Lord Varys will find you there.
In that case, go, before the other guards arrive. You've been a great help.
The honor was all mine, my lord. Godspeed.
Alester, finally. I had begun to worry that your adventure had come to a most unfortunate end.
It was a close call. The tunnels are swarming with guards. Your little bird came in quite handy.
Yes. This dear treasure is very resourceful, discreet, and loyal too.
What next? Which path must I take to reach the Queen?
Most importantly, have you considered what you will say to her when she asks how you escaped?
I will use it to demonstrate my talents. If she is as ambitious as you have described, she will value my services that much more.
Excellent. It would be very unfortunate for both of us if my name were to reach the Queen's ears. She probably hates me as much as she does her imp of a brother. The throne room is at the top of the stairs behind me. At this hour, you should find the Queen in the upper gallery.
You always find a way to win on all fronts, don't you?
As for me, I will make these bodies disappear. It wouldn't do to add this massacre to your charge. Good luck, my lord. And remember, the Queen does not like to be taken for a fool.
Halt! Who are you? State your business.
I am Alester Sarwyck, loyal servant to the Crown. I wish to have an audience with Queen Cersei.
The Queen only receives petitioners when holding court. Why don't you explain how you got into the throne room instead? Guards, seize him!
Just a moment, Sir Celtigar. Bring me that man.
My thanks for granting me an audience, Your Grace. I am Alester Sarwyck of Riverspring, bannerman to House Lannister.
Yes, that name conjures something. You're the man who was arrested for murdering the Gold Cloaks. What I don't know, on the other hand, is how you managed to barge straight into the heart of the Red Keep. Explain to me, then, how you were able to evade the palace guards.
Your Grace, with all due respect, I cannot answer that.
Really? You're playing a very dangerous game, Sir Alester. I appreciate persistence, but a sensible man should always know when to submit. I will ask you one more time. How were you able to accomplish that feat?
I am sorry, Your Grace, but I must keep that information secret. I beg you to hear me out. There are more important matters that we must discuss.
Enough! Guards, seize him.
Just a moment, Your Grace. I beg of you.
You have one more chance to satisfy me, Sir Alester. There will be no more second chances. I'm listening.
Your Grace may rest assured in one regard. I am completely and utterly devoted to your cause.
Now there is a speech that better suits me. Stand up, sir.
My thanks, Your Grace.
Why do you wish to assist me? What is it you want?
I learned that my sister, Eliana, was promised to Valar. An unfortunate choice, I'm afraid.
How so?
Because he is bastard-born, Your Grace. Not only would it be a poor alliance, but our father's blood runs in his veins. I cannot accept such an improper marriage.
Let me remind you that Sir Valar was knighted by my own father, Lord Tywin Lannister. That alone should convince you of his merit as future Lord of Riverspring. And if I'm not mistaken, your brother Garwin is accused of killing your father, is he not? When your sister came to see me, I saw no other choice. Sir Valar grew up at Riverspring in the heart of the castle itself. He was the one capable of ensuring the protection of these lands, as well as that of your sisters.
With your permission, my lady, I have returned, and as the firstborn son of my house, it is up to me to decide what happens to my family. No doubt my long absence has left me but a distant memory to many here, but I am still my father's lawful heir.
Why do you not submit your grievance to the king when he is holding court? I'm certain that your request will be granted.
My queen, you and I both know who truly holds the power in this palace.
Very astute, my lord. But you will understand that, however generous she may be, a queen may not act strictly out of charity. There are important tasks which must be carried out with the utmost discretion and efficiency. Would you be ready to undertake such a task for your queen?
My loyalty to my queen has never wavered. Tell me what you wish of me, and I will not disappoint.
Very well, Sir Alester. Your request has been heard. Serve me well, and I will make certain that Riverspring is returned to you. Disappoint me, and we will allow the King's justice to follow its course in your regard.
That will not happen.
I am delighted to hear that. We have it from reliable sources that enemies of the Crown are running unchecked in King's Landing, and I want their heads. And since it appears that you and Sir Valar have the same objective, it is my wish that you carry out this mission together. And why not use this opportunity to find out who is more dedicated, you or your half-brother?
Your Grace, I would like to discuss one last matter with you. It concerns my brother, Garwin. I was at Riverspring for my father's burial, and there is, for the moment, no proof that my brother killed our father. I know not who informed the Crown of my brother's guilt, but it would seem that he was judged too quickly. I dare ask one more favor of you. Please withdraw this accusation until there is formal proof of his guilt.
I see. It is an enormous boon that you ask of me. Very well. To prove my faith in your abilities, I will lift the reward on your brother's head. The watch will leave him in peace. For the moment.
I praise your Grace's generosity.
For now, go and await me in the antechamber. There are matters I must discuss in private with Sir Valar. We will speak again shortly.
Alester, what are you doing here? You were supposed to rot in the dungeons.
That is indeed what I feared, but the light of R'hllor guided my steps out.
Sir Villar, the Queen awaits your presence.
We shall meet again, Alester.
Sooner than you think.